and welcome to an Organized Chaos podcast. My name is Bobby Quarters. Chaos is here with me.
Hey.
Hey. So, we're here to talk about some movies, music, whatever else crosses our mind. But here is also the home of the most unbiased, genuine thoughts. We're not going to do anything just to say it, just to make money off of it, because we don't make a lot of money off of this. In fact, we don't make anything. We just give our opinions. And our opinions are free and unsolicited, but they're not hateful ones. That is the important thing.
Yes.
But also, while you're here, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, that is Bobby Quarters, the podcast channel, Organized Chaos Podcast, and Chaos's channel while you're at it. So thank you for watching, and do enjoy.
Did you really kill your mama?
I guess I did. You telling me you never killed anybody before?
I ain't saying that.
What do you got in mind, Henry?
What do you think? What do you say, Otis? You want to go grab a beer?
If you shoot somebody in the head with a .45 every time you kill somebody, it becomes like your fingerprint, see? But if you strangle one and stab another, and when you cut up, when you don't, then the police don't know what to do.
You guys need any help? Do you need some help, or can you do it yourself?
Must mean you go for a ride, Otis. It's always the same, and it's always different. Ain't that right?
Sure, it's good to talk to you, Henry. You're not judgmental or anything like that.
Open your eyes, Otis. Look at the world. It's either you or them.
Did I stutter? Give me the $50 and get out!
Don't do that, Otis. She's your sister. Otis, plug it in.
The biggest, bloodiest horror show in history. I drink your blood. Men become animals and eat their victims. I drink your blood. A young boy infects an entire town with rabies and turns a group of men into a band of bloodthirsty zombies ravaging a peaceful countryside. I drink your blood will make your blood curdle and your skin crawl. But you will sit there and suffer through the tortures of the damned. You will sit and watch this shocking ugliness splashing across the screen. You will ask yourself, what acts of sadism will this electric knife be used for? What horrors will be performed with this axe, this hose, this dagger, this gun, this sword? All the implements necessary to make this the ultimate in adult horror films. We have painted a bloody picture, but it is only a small part of what actually takes place in I Drink Your Blood. Can you take it? If you have a strong constitution, we challenge you to test it and sit through. I drink your blood.
Give me the keys, Mike.
Chevy Chase.
Hey, you just passed the Garden State Parkway South.
Don't worry, I'll get you there.
Demi Moore.
Oh, no, cop. Driver, step outside the car, please.
John Candy.
Read 'em? Yeah, that's nice, thanks. The lower back, please. I got an itch right up in there. It's good, thank you. Not today, sir. This may be Valkenvania, but it is still America. And wouldn't mind, would you just write a ticket here, or we could settle it some other way, perhaps? That's not the way things work around here.
What is this place?
Revolving District Court for the Village and Shire of Valkenvania is now in order. The Honorable Reeve Alvin Vulcanizer presides.
Dan Aykroyd.
Put out that dog rocket!
Nothing but trouble.
So sorry.
Hey, you know, you and I ought to spend a little more time together.
I'd like that.
Would you?
Welcome to the last resort.
You look pretty this evening, sister. Doing something different with your hair?
Where something's always cooking.
How about a nice Hawaiian punch?
We're some good friends.
Okay, let's eat.
Where someone's always shaken. And anything's better than house policy.
What's house policy? Whatever man touches her's the one she keeps. What?
All they wanted
Oh, no, wait a minute. I just want some goddamn stoplight!
Was a little getaway.
I think the two of you'd make a perfect couple.
You make this your bride?
No, not in front of all these people, Your Honor.
Now!
All they got was nothing but trouble.
I can't do it. Okay. We'll do it live. Okay. We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live. Fucking thing sucks.
Yes, the fucking thing sucks.
Yeah, I didn't mean to make you all big, but yes. Mhm. So Bobby, you got interesting lineup of movies for us this week.
Yes, I do. Yes, I did. So first of all, how you doing?
I'm doing well.
That's good. That's good.
I mean, a crazy day. Started a little late. You probably noticed if you're watching. It's a little late, but you know, yeah. Schedule changed on me very suddenly. But yes, doing okay.
That's good.
Yes.
So yeah, we do have quite a bit to go through this week. This is our I guess this is our Halloween episode.
Yeah.
So,
it's a little late, but yes, this is the conclusion of our Halloween lineup.
Yeah, this is the conclusion of the month of October, since we had to do a lot of moving around this whole month. So October got a little discombobulated, but this year, like last year, I just hijacked the month of October and filled it with scary movies because I figured that would be appropriate. Because everyone likes it, should. So I mean, and if you think about it, man, we did watch quite a bit of horror this month.
Oh yeah,
quite a bit. Like,
I mean, Good Fortune might be the scariest one of all we watched this month. I mean,
yeah,
the economy is so terrifying.
Yeah.
No, but no, we did. We watched. You know, and most of it's pretty solid. You know, there I have some complaints, but like overall, pretty good. Pretty good.
All right. Well, we didn't really discuss what we're going to start with, but I'm going to start with. Let's say we start with Nothing But Trouble.
Ooh, we're going. So, I'll go ahead and say immediately. Of the three movies this week, there's one that I thought was pretty solid, and one that I enjoyed it. I don't know what I think of it completely still, but I enjoyed it. And then there's Nothing But Trouble, which I will say I did not like. But feature film debut of Tupac Shakur right there. Feature film.
Yeah, his first film.
Yes. Right there. I mean, holy, he is young.
Yeah. But yeah, this movie came as like an idea from I want to say Dan Aykroyd and his brother. But they had this idea of they wanted to make like a horror comedy movie and just kind of make it as crazy and as outlandish as possible. And they definitely succeeded. There are like elements,
I mean,
this that are definitely of like stuff that reminds me of Texas Chainsaw Massacre, especially like the latter sequels of it. And there's even like a little bit of Cronenbergish horror, body horror sort of.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Going on. Yeah. But yeah, this is definitely a vanity project for Dan Aykroyd, I will say.
Oh yeah, so he wrote and directed this. This is the only he's actually written a decent number of movies throughout his career. This is the only one he's ever directed. And I will say, maybe for the first half hour, I'm kind of giving it a chance and seeing where it goes. Because like at first it opens up, you meet Chevy Chase, and he sees Demi Moore, who is like, I think like at least 20 or maybe I think 20 years his junior. But he meets her and he instantly is like flirting with her and wanting to hook up with her. And I guess, I mean, she is hot, so I guess I'll give him that. But yeah, so he's meeting her, he wants to hook up with her, and he's talking about, and she wants to drive to Atlantic City, I believe.
Yeah, because there's like a land deal that she's like a real estate attorney.
Yeah. And so she's enlisting his help to drive to Atlantic City. So he decides to drive her there, and then two random friends decide
They're
to
people.
get in
Chevy
there?
Chase is like an investment
Yeah.
writer. So, and they're people who take his advice and they make money off of it.
Mhm.
But like, they're like Brazilianaires, as he called it.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
Brazilian and they're billionaires. Yeah.
For the first half hour, I'm just kind of waiting to see where this movie goes. And
Yeah.
I will say, for the most part, outside of possibly Demi Moore and maybe John Candy as the cop, pretty much no character in here I particularly like. I'm down with all of them suffering.
Yeah. The Brazilianaires are both kind of
Oh, they're just
insufferable people.
obnoxious. Yeah.
But I mean, they're played by like flawlessly though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, they're supposed to be obnoxious.
Was it
I
like
think
Taylor
Chevy
Nugent?
Chase.
Taylor, what is his name? Negron? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Negron, yeah.
Yeah, Taylor Negron. And it must be, Bernatella Demas must be the woman. They're insufferable, but they're supposed to be insufferable. I think Chevy Chase is supposed to be the likable one, but like, he's pretty insufferable too.
Yeah, Oh, Mike the Doorman was Peter Aykroyd, the brother of Dan, the one who wrote it, I believe. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But yeah, so essentially, they decide to go on this trip. They go through this little town called Vulcanvania. He goes through a stop sign without stopping, so the cop, puts on his lights and goes after him. And rather than just pull over and resolve it like a normal human being, what's the problem, officer? You know what you'd normally do.
Yeah.
He takes the advice from the Brazilianaires and decides to do a high-speed chase. And it's kind of a sad high-speed chase, but he goes for it. And it is not particularly exciting. It goes on for a while. And
it's
goddamn,
because he's in a Beamer.
yeah. And Dennis, who is John Candy's cop character, is surprisingly overall nice about it. Fucking this like bullshit high-speed chase that like just pull over. You passed a stop sign, bro. Like, Jesus Christ. But he takes him to court. He and even Dennis recommends, dude, let's not do too much of a punishment, and he's even telling him, hey, I'm going to ignore the high-speed chase if you just come with me to court and we'll resolve this. But yeah, no, they're just kind of insufferable to the judge, and the judge locks them up, and it's all this trap about. It seems like, and there almost seems to be a theme because they find that a lot of the victims are bankers, and they seem to be a theme of killing bankers, but then
because a banker screwed over their family years ago, and they now they plundered for resources, I believe, underneath the house, and it made it a volatile living situation. But like the plot is so crazy in this movie, but like the set itself, like of the property, is so impressive.
Oh yeah, no,
this is such a wild movie, but
work. Yeah,
everything in this is so amazing.
Fucking Dan Aykroyd with his fucking goddamn penis nose, which there's going to be shots where that nose looks like a fucking penis. And it's like, that had to be intentional. I mean,
it was, but they couldn't get away with it being on all the time.
Yeah. Yeah. But again, I don't really like, there's this dinner scene and it's like, yeah, it looks really gross. And it does look kind of gross. But there are also things where I'm like, well, that's actually kind of clever. Like, the condiment train where it just goes around the circle. Everybody acts like horrified by the condiment train. And it's like, actually, the condiment train's kind of cute. And then the bratwurst, like the way they're serving them is messed up. But like, it's just like bratwurst and they're all horrified. I'm like, have you not seen bratwurst before? Have you not seen?
I'll say that the one line that still makes me laugh, like every single time, it's the Hawaiian Punch bit where they take the oil like distributor kit thing. Stab it into it, and he's pouring it. And Chevy Chase is like, nothing like coming home after a hard day to a nice, warm, relaxing glass of Hawaiian Punch.
Yeah,
just the warm Hawaiian Punch. That is hilarious.
So warm. But yeah,
and like the whole, and obviously, like everyone who's within law enforcement is all the family. So that's like something that is very Texas Chainsaw-esque, as well as like
Mhm.
the creepiness of the property. Because I mean, look at that. That is,
Oh yeah,
you
no.
know, if you're watching the video of it, we're showing a still of the house, and it's like it's terrifying. It's a
No,
little
it looks
scary. Yeah.
yeah, no, like visually, this is actually a fairly solid movie in my opinion. This is definitely kind of a high concept, goofy comedy. And honestly, like high concept comedy was something Dan Aykroyd knocked out of the park with like 7 years earlier with fucking Ghostbusters. So he didn't direct that one, but like he did co-write it. But yeah, so they get trapped in this town, and then just the rest, like I sort of last hour of this movie is just almost just feels like random shit happening to these people. Cohesion feels like it goes out the door. And you know, to me, like I'll go over some of the trivia of this movie because I think that's actually more interesting than the movie itself. Because I was watching it, I'm like, okay, not only do I think this is not a great movie, but like I also feel like there could have been a really fun movie in here, like this really dark comedy. I feel like there's something that could have been done with this. But yeah, based on Dan Aykroyd's personal experiences in 1978, he claims he was pulled over for speeding in a rural town in northeastern United States. Police officer took him to the local justice of the peace in the middle of the night for trial. Dan Aykroyd later agreed to play the giant adult baby Bobo as well. Yeah, there's these two adult babies that we see very late in the movie. They're actually like not of all the stuff we deal with, they're probably one of the more likable aspects.
Yeah.
they aren't bad. They aren't. But yeah, after no one else wanted to play the part and found it stressful to play two parts in heavy makeup while simultaneously directing and producing. Yeah,
I've seen some footage of him directing in the costume, and it's actually kind of funny.
Yeah. Bertella Demas and Taylor Negron spent a lot of time with one another during pre-production, rehearsing and building their characters together as they portray brother and sister in the film. In fact, they actually wrote much of their own dialogue with Dan Aykroyd's approval. So that's one of the things. We'll get into it. But like Dan Aykroyd let the actors do a lot of ad-lib here.
Which is, again, has such a good recipe for success for everything, especially if you have the talent behind it too.
Yeah, well, I'm going to bring up an example where that actually worked really well, made like a comedy classic. But we'll get into it. Chevy Chase did not like the script and took the leading role because he wanted to work with his friend Dan Aykroyd and thought they could improve the movie by improvising. Chase later said that Aykroyd took a huge career hit when the movie bombed because he had taken on so many roles. Writer or director, writer, actor, producer, that no one else had a high enough profile to take the blame for how bad things turned out.
See, I think he's a little too hard on himself.
Mm-hmm. Dan Aykroyd, I think, I'll be honest, I think Dan Aykroyd's mistake was directing. Because I'll go ahead, like a lot of this was improvised. And there is a movie that was improvised that was directed. The movie is very famous. It's called Caddyshack. That was a movie that was mostly improvised.
They had an outlining plot to that. Now, a lot of the shtick was not only mostly improvised, but there was still a lot that was like the overarching story still existed, but a lot of it was also being written and rewritten while it was being filmed.
Yes.
It's actually the movie that I think broke Doug Kenny, but that's just my opinion.
But that was directed by Harold Ramis, who is one of Dan Aykroyd's friends as well. And part of me wonders what would have happened if Dan Aykroyd just said, "Okay, I wrote this. I'm going to act in it. Harold, you direct this."
Yeah.
I want to see what will have happened then, because Harold has quite an impressive film resume. He's a solid director.
He did have a very impressive film resume.
Well, here's some of the more interesting bits. The crew enjoyed working with John Candy and Demi Moore, but Chevy Chase, as he's infamous for, proved to be a nightmare. Chase was verbally abusive to everyone on set, tried to speak on Moore's behalf about her skimpy costume, and said that he had more worth than Aykroyd because Chase had a bigger paycheck. The crew was furious at Chase's treatment of Aykroyd, with one of the crew members even threatening to drop a brick on Chase's head if he ever spoke to the director like that again. That's a lot of. It seems like a lot of stories behind this are about like Aykroyd talking to the cast and just trying to get good ad libs from them and letting them be creative on this project.
Yeah.
Which sounds like fun. And yeah, it just sounds like Chevy Chase was just a piece of
Just
shit.
being a douchebag, yeah.
Yeah. And I mean that might be part of why this movie, that might also hurt this movie as well. Because he's supposed to be likable, but he comes off as a douchebag, and you find out behind the scenes, oh, he was a douchebag.
He comes off as that,
like, oh,
and I think it's like still Chevy playing that role that everyone wants to see out of him.
Yeah,
is just that cocky, arrogant Chevy Chase, which is,
Mhm.
you know, what he's known for.
Mhm.
And yeah, I mean, I'm not defending it at all, but
yeah. Aykroyd proved to be very popular with the crew for listening and enacting all the crazy ideas they threw at him, including the bone stripper, a roller coaster going through the Volkenheimer mansion. Okay, I think that's wild that the crew came up with that and they just threw it in. Because
they put it in the movie because it is crazy and wild, but it's really
it's
awesome
almost like
too.
this small little roller coaster they had to build like a practical set with this like fucking mouth mashing people and, you know, stripping them down to their bones. And it's like, damn, that was elaborate for just being an idea that they threw in there.
Yeah.
It works fairly well. At the dinner table with the built-in model train set serving food. I guess that was another thing added last minute. But while the crew had a blast making the movie as grotesquely absurd as possible, it also caused the film to go over budget. Warner Brothers executives had a meeting with Aykroyd and pleading for him to rein things in, but didn't act themselves because they were already distracted with another troubled production, Bonfire of the Vanities. The script caught the attention of Warner Brothers, who wanted John Candy to co-star. Aykroyd wanted to play the parts of Judge Volkenheimer and Chris Thorne, but the studio wanted Chevy Chase to play Thorne. Aykroyd agreed with no director attached. Aykroyd said he would direct the film to secure the deal, even though he didn't want to direct the film. You see, that's another one where I'm like, ooh, that could have worked better. Get Harold Ramis to direct this, and then, you know, have Dan Aykroyd do the dual role of the judge and also the lead banker dude.
Yeah,
I bet you he could do it way more likable than Chevy Chase was, because it was like his douchebaggery was showing in that movie. It was just like,
and well, if you think about like Great Outdoors, or
or
is it Summer Rental? I'm thinking of that has him and Candy. That has
Great Outdoors is him and Candy.
Like, and he is just such a dick in that movie.
Yeah.
Just such an arrogant prick.
Mm-hmm. And like I said, John Candy is one of the likable elements of this movie. Unfortunately, his cop character disappears about midway through, and then we're left with the woman character he's playing, who I don't really have any opinions about her at all.
Oh, just mute.
Yeah, she's there. It's John Candy in drag, which I guess is funny, but hey.
It's played for laughs. And
yeah. The film made approximately $8.5 million, but the budget was estimated at $40 million. Oh my God. Much the script's bizarre characters and events, such as the giant mutant babies, were based on the series of dreams Aykroyd was having. I believe that.
Yeah.
In addition, Aykroyd set the story in the fictional town of Vulcanvania, which was loosely based on the town of Centralia, Pennsylvania. In 1962, coal mines under Centralia started to burn in a never-ending fire, still active, making impossible to live in the town due to the insane conditions of the place. Toxic coal vapors emerged from the ground in the shape of steam and fog. Centralia is also the inspiration for the main place of the famous horror video game Silent Hill. So, hey, you're looking for the Silent Hill Nothing But Trouble connection. There it is.
There it is. There's that connection.
Oh my God.
Long last connection we all need.
Yes. So I think it's safe to say Nothing But Trouble is in the Silent Hill universe.
I'm going to say more than likely drug-induced dreams. I'm pretty sure Danny still smokes weed.
Oh, I would assume so. I want to.
Yeah, I'm going to guess he still does. I know he sells vodka. So, my first experience with this movie was just kind of stumbling upon it one year around Halloween on one of the movie channels, like where you would get free movie channels with cable every so often. And this was just one they were showing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I remember, I think I watched it. I think we might have had cable and HBO when this movie came out. So when it was available, I remember being like excited because I was like, oh, look, oh, look at the all-star cast. This will be fun. And
what the fuck am I watching?
yes, that was about it. Even as a kid, where I'm like way more forgiving of movies. I'm watching. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And I do agree, Chris. Dan Aykroyd is a treasure.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes. He's a legend, honestly.
So my final thoughts on this is I love it for what it is, and I would have loved what it could have been.
Yes. I as much as I don't like this movie, I will say a part of me appreciates like the work put into it.
Yeah.
I mean, I do like part of me kind of wishes Dan Aykroyd, if well, the thing is, I don't think he was interested in directing, which I think was also part of the problem. But you know, if he was interested in directing, I would have loved to have seen him like grow as a director. Lots of famous filmmakers have sinkers under their belt, you know.
True.
But yeah, it is what it is. Well, honestly, if you want to get high and watch something, yeah, I mean, you can do this.
This is the movie.
There's another movie that I think is a better contender for that this week. But yes.
So final thoughts.
I wouldn't recommend it, but I appreciate it for what it is.
Okay, all right, yeah.
I wish it was a better movie. Well, Chris, I have not seen Cats, so I can't compare it to that because Cats is pure nightmare fuel.
I barely made it 5 minutes in.
It looks so bad.
Oh, it was. I promise you, it was terrible. So up next, we're gonna cover Henry, Portrait of a Serial Killer.
Okay. Oh, we're going to the well, in my book this is the solidly good one. This one's. You could tell it's lower budget. I'm not even sure. Was it like a TV movie or something? Like
no,
it's very graphic for a TV movie. But
very independent movie.
Yeah. It's only 80 minutes long. Yeah.
Yeah. So the story with this one is it follows Michael Rooker's character, which is Henry, and
oh yeah, photos are right here.
He's a serial killer.
Yep.
That's no. Yeah, just they cut right to it. It starts off like with scenes of him just kind of going around.
Yeah, you essentially the beginning of the movie is you just see like these random dead bodies and him visiting shops and driving in his car listening to the radio, and then just random cut to these dead bodies.
Yeah.
Kind of wild. But yeah, it does a good job of kind of introducing you who he is.
Yeah, it's and then we meet up with somebody later, Otis.
Yeah.
And his sister, and he's later and I guess Henry has been living with Otis, and they had met in prison. There's Otis. Yep. Yeah, they met in prison, so you know that's how it is. And Toby's another character actor of the horror genre too. He was in the House of a Thousand Corpses. He played the sheriff.
Oh shit! It's been a while since I've seen that.
Picture him balder and the more defined.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking. But, I can see that. Yeah.
And we kind of just start to see the three of them kind of living and, you know, carrying on for a while.
Yeah. So Otis, real quick, it's so weird. Henry's the actual serial killer, but Otis might be more despicable than him, strangely enough. Because, like, you know, so Otis is living with his sister and Henry's, like, kind of living with them.
Well, no. His sister went to go live with Otis because she left her ex-husband or partner because he was kind of being a piece of shit or whatever. And yeah, I guess she dumped the kid off at her mom's just so she could just figure some stuff out.
Yeah.
That's why she's staying with her brother. Yeah.
But there is fairly early attempt by Otis to at least kiss her in a not brotherly way, which was just fucked up. Where it's just like, the fuck are you doing?
Very weird. And like, you know, Henry grabs him, like, your sister, don't do that. What's wrong with you?
Yeah. Which, it's not that often you're siding with the serial killer.
And like as we see like the three of them all living together, and we
Mhm.
kind of see a relationship start to bond between Henry and Otis' sister. I'm gonna look up the character's name.
Yeah, I was gonna say, well, Henry and Otis' sister, and Otis and Henry both build up a relationship very different from each other.
Becky.
Becky, that's it.
Becky.
Yeah, that's the sister. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
And
I'd say like most of the movie is just the three of them.
In that like living room area, and sometimes we start to slowly see Otis and Henry going out committing crimes.
Yeah, the first time they go out, they pick up a couple hookers, and Henry is literally just in the back seat strangling one to death. And the hooker with Otis is like freaking out, and Otis is almost like, "What's going on, Henry?" And Henry just reaches over and kills the other hooker with Otis, and it's like, whoa. Yeah. I mean, I think it's safe to say that that is how Henry entertains himself. But yeah, so essentially,
we also see them kill a pawn shop owner.
And that's I think actually, did I go over that picture earlier? No, I've seen it.
No.
Oh, the art.
Oh yeah, because Otis breaks the TV.
Yes, that's right. Otis breaks the TV. He gets upset and he breaks it. Well, there he is, but
yeah, that's they end up killing him, and like that's the first time that Otis gets the blood taste, and then
yes, because like while Otis was there when he killed the hookers, he helped him bury the bodies, and then Henry was like, "You've killed somebody before, Otis," and Otis is like, "Oh yeah, sure," in the most unbelievable way possible. But then like essentially Henry kind of almost takes Otis under his wing and teaching him his bad habits.
Like the stuff that we saw in the trailer in the beginning, and all that's like legit dialogue, and it's kind of like very blood curdling, chilling, and very chilling because of just the nature and the subject matter of the dialogue in this. Like this is an interesting watch, but it's very
dark. Yeah,
it's very dark of a film.
Yeah.
There's
them getting the pawn shop owner. Yeah, essentially they went there with some money, and they decide to kill him and take everything because he has this camcorder. They eventually take the camcorder and just start filming. Well, Otis mainly starts filming a lot of their crimes. I expected that to be their doom, but
that's not it. There's
no.
a bit more tension that arises between Otis and Henry. I think Otis goes out and kills a few people one night on his own.
Yeah,
but he's sloppy with it. And Betty and Henry kind of have Becky and Henry have a date night of sorts.
Yeah, where she puts some moves on him. Otis walks in. Henry is clearly not into it at all. That's clearly not how he works.
Yeah, because like we find out earlier in the film that he had a lot of trauma as a kid involved.
Well, we also find out she did too. Like, the shit Otis is doing to her is shit that like pretty much her dad taught him. It seems like,
because then we come back and we see Otis trying to grape his sister.
Yes, which is. Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah, and the way they shot it, they really made it very believable.
Henry kills Otis, and then Henry and Becky ride off into the sunset and happily ever after, and nothing else.
No, not really. And then we see him get out and dump her suitcase in a ditch and then drive off.
Okay, so it's not conclusive she's in the suitcase.
It's obvious,
but she's in the suitcase.
She's in the suitcase.
Yes.
This movie is very, very dark.
Yeah,
but it is just such a unique film.
Michael Rooker's fantastic in it.
God, he is terrifying in this movie.
Yeah, he is. And in a room full of creeps, he is the creepiest by far. But yeah, this is like if you're in the mood for just a dark serial killer movie, this is it. And that's the thing, like this isn't like usually in serial killer movies, lots of them are from the perspective of the cops, or maybe you see the cops and the serial killer. No, this is straight up a serial killer movie about the serial killer.
Yeah.
And that's it. But yeah, I overall enjoyed this one. I don't think it's one I will rewatch a lot particularly, but I definitely think it's worth checking out if you've never seen it, because it is it's dark and it's memorable. I think it's probably gonna stick with me for a moment, but
you're welcome.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're welcome.
I've never even heard of it before, so I was like, hey.
So this was introduced to me by a good friend of mine who actually introduced me to the last film we're going to talk about. But when I saw this, we watched this and The Room as a double feature.
It's a different double feature.
We like our trashy cinema, man.
I was about ready to say. I mean, this one, like, this is low budget. I don't know if I'd call this trashy though. This is just low budget, dark, fucked.
So
up shit.
we watched The Room first, and like the first time John comes in, I go like, "So he's a serial killer, right?" He's like, "No, that's the other movie we're watching." Oh, okay. Then like a few minutes later, some more of it went on. You're sure he's not a serial killer?
He's definitely a serial killer, right?
I mean, I'm still not convinced on that one, even after all these years. But no, this one is like, I'll watch anything Michael Rooker's in because of this movie.
Mm-hmm. I'm like, you tell me, right? Michael Rooker's in something, I'll give it a shot. That's no question. But yeah, Michael Rooker said he was working as a janitor when he auditioned for the part of Henry, and went to the audition in his janitor uniform. He got the part and continued to wear his uniform throughout the film shoot. He only had one jacket, though, and he took it off before he killed anyone so he won't get blood on it. Although the MPA initially gave the film an X rating, the movie, along with Peter Greenway's The Cook, Thief, his wife, her lover, and Pedro Almodov's Tie Me Up, Tie Me Down were the main reasons for the creation of the NC-17 rating, adults-only film, which is non-pornographic. And yeah, while there is nudity in this, I won't call it pornographic.
No, it's mostly just because of the visceral violence.
Yes. Actor Michael Rooker remained in character for the duration of the shoot. Even offset, he didn't associate or socialize with any of the cast or crew during the month-long shoot. Director John McNaughton made sure Rooker was the only person on set to have a private dressing room. According to the costume designer, Patricia Hart, she and Rooker would travel to the set together each day, and she never knew from 1 minute to the next if she was talking to Michael or Henry, as sometimes he would speak about his childhood and background, not as Michael Rooker, but as Henry. Indeed, so in character did Rooker remain that during the shoot, his wife discovered she was pregnant, but he waited until filming had stopped before she told him. Holy shit. The scene in the living room where Otis, Henry, and Becky are with the camcorder is completely improvised by the three cast members. I could see that.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, it works. Yeah, it kind of shows their characters, but yeah, I could see that. When the film was submitted to the MPAA and received the X rating, John McNaughton asked them what could change it to an R. The board members told him bluntly that there were no possible edits that would move the movie out of X, and McNaughton decided on the spot that he would not challenge the X and would instead move for the movie to be released as it eventually was, unrated, with a disclaimer saying no one under 17 admitted to see it. Okay. One of the major reasons the film did not emerge for a long time after it was finished is that the producers had expected John McNaughton to make a straightforward slasher horror movie. They didn't know what to do with the darker, more complex, less violent, as hard as it was to believe. The original script was much bloodier and more violent than the final shooting draft was. Film he created, and felt this version had a limited box office potential because it won't bring in a good-sized teenage audience. So yeah, so it sounds like originally this was kind of intended to be like the slasher horror movie, more like a
Friday the 13th.
We'll talk about, but yeah. And it really isn't that. Like
no, it's definitely like a character study.
Mm-hmm.
But like a darker character study, you know.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, like I said, I like as much, like I would even say this movie's as much I would say I enjoyed it, but it's also very uncomfortable of a movie. It's unsettling, it's dark, it's fucked up. If you are in the mood for a fucked up low budget movie, yeah, I'd say I definitely recommend this. This is solid. Is there anything you want to add, Bobby? Or are we moving on?
Let's move on.
Okay. To the final movie, I Drink Your Blood. Yeah, I just want to say something real fast.
Yeah.
This is by far the best movie I've ever seen about a group of satanic hippies moving into a hotel and then getting rabies and infesting the whole town with rabies and turning everyone into serial killers. By far the best movie I've ever seen with that plot.
The only movie you've seen with that plot.
Okay, so details, but holy fucking shit.
This is a wild ride, isn't it?
Oh my god. Like you get this satanic hippies and they're goofy, and you know, I will say warning if you're a big animal person, there is a pretty
Don't watch it.
According
There's a lot of
there's
a lot of scenes that depict animal violence and cruelty, and
the director says only one animal was harmed and killed, and you see that quite graphically. And I don't 100% believe him that the only one, but yeah.
I don't believe it either.
Because there's a couple animal corpses that are really fucking realistic looking.
Like, I don't think that sort of practical effects existed in 1970.
But I mean, I honestly, like, I went over the plot summary, and if you think that's insane, yeah, that's what this movie is. There are literal moments of this movie where it's like dark and dramatic, and I'm like, oh my god, this is like serious. And then it will cut to the goofiest fucking thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my god, what the fuck is this movie? I am serious when I say, like, this movie will literally have a scene that is, the best way to describe it is a downgrade from a coat hanger abortion. And then literally the next scene within a few seconds have me laughing.
So movie starts with this satanic hippie cult praising to Satan. The girl that we know back her, she's spying on them because she went, she's spying on the events that are happening because she met a boy in this group, and they both went up there. But their ringleader, we find, is kind of a crazy guy who claims to be the son of Satan.
Oh, there's a couple of crazy guys in that group. But I will say the standouts are definitely the ringleader Horace, but also Rollo stands out quite a bit. I'll flip by the butts real fast. But
because they that's the opening scene. We see all their communing with the devil at night in the woods with fire.
But
that girl that we saw in the beginning, they assault her, as we find out, and like violently attack her, and they also give her drugs. They dose her. They give her LSD. Again, this is definitely made as like fear propaganda of the Manson family, because look when it was made.
Yes. Oh yeah.
And they hint on like the dangers of that LSD.
Yes.
A lot of times in this. It's very entertaining. But so her family, they have like they live in a small town, like 40 people. Small town. And her grandpa and her, I want to say her mom or aunt, maybe
something like that.
Yeah, and her little brother there, they all work at the family market. And they sell they sell meat pies.
Yep.
And the daughter comes home all a mess, and they don't know what's wrong with her. She's just kind of catatonic because she was traumatized by what she saw, but also being drugged and then violently attacked. Yeah, she was traumatized. And then those people come to town, and that little kid starts following them. He watches them break into the hotel, do all this evil stuff, like just killing a bunch of rats.
Yeah.
Which also, I don't think those were fake. We
Yeah.
saw in the opening clip that they put a bunch on the fire, and again that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, this kid though, I'm going to talk about this kid for a little bit. This kid
go ahead.
makes Kevin McAllister look tame as fuck.
God, no kidding. No kidding.
Like, I mean, like Amateur Hour is more
Yeah.
what those Home Alone movies are in comparison by the level of like evil this kid is.
So I think it's worth talking about. So like the hippies get a hold of this kid's grandfather, and
well, the grandfather finds out it's them who does it, so he goes up with the shotgun as they're performing some sort of ritual to one of their friends by tying him up by the top of his body and cutting his feet and kind of splatter painting with his blood. Yeah, they're weird.
Yeah.
They're weird. But they ended up dosing Grandpa.
Yeah, he got some LSD, and I guess it was a bad dose because he didn't seem to be having a good time. But yeah.
Well, I mean, once he got to the table, I think he was having a good time.
Yeah.
You know, just pretending like he had antlers out of salt and pepper shakers.
Yeah.
I will. From what I understand of LSD, that tracks.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
I'm just gonna say that. So it gets to a point later where after that all this happens, this kid goes to show them one. So he walks out with the family gun, and as he's hiking through the woods, this rabid dog attacks him, which was the hippie group, but the dog had rabies, but I don't know. Yeah. Anyways, so he gets the idea to take some blood from the rabid dead dog that he killed and inject it in the meat pies and give it to that group. And that turns them all rabid. And then they go on a kill, and then they just go on a killing spree, and then you could get the rabies even from skin contact. So one of the girls goes to where a construction site where they first thought the assault of the girl took place, and all the guys just kind of have their way with that girl, and they all get infected in the rabies. So there's a group of construction men all infected, foaming at the mouth.
Not gonna lie, watching them walking out, foaming at the mouth, I was laughing my ass off.
Yeah, I forgot how silly that scene was.
Oh my god.
Yeah, this movie is a wild exploitation 70s film.
Yes. Yeah.
And it is just every bit of insanity as we're making it sound. Yeah, that's how they look.
Yeah, it looks like the rabies is maybe some toothpaste with some red dye.
And they're also having a lot of fun with because they also say it's a hydrophobia, so they're scared of the water. So to avoid them, they run into it, and these people have to act so terrified. That's the leader of the hippie cult, though.
Yeah, that's Horace.
Yeah, and he gives a lot of chewing scenery.
I mean, the other one that competes with him is, I think there, Rollo. The other guy who, he's not the leader, but he is probably the second most noteworthy of the hippie.
Well, he killed the most rats, so he was able to be leader when all this shit went down.
Well, I mean, you get the big final fight between him and Horace as well. So I was surprised the trailer fucking revealed the end of that, but hey, she was noteworthy too. She
was the tarot card reader.
Yeah. I will say, hey, they were pretty inclusive in the satanic group,
Yeah.
Lots of diversity there.
Lots of diversity, and that's great. Yeah. I mean, not the fact that they're a murdering satanic cult. That part's not great. But
I'll praise it where you
can. They were cool with the diversity, so that's a plus.
Yeah.
Little one, but yeah.
I mean, if it wasn't for the murder, maybe, and the assaults, but oh god, yeah, the electric knife thing. So there's all these people getting killed around town, and the daughter, I guess. Well, it seems like in this movie they're trying to say that rabies will make you go insane and start killing people,
and
essentially turns you into zombies, which is just So a little bit of trivia, real quick. If you fear you've been in contact with rabies, you go to the hospital or your doctor, and they can give you a treatment with 100% efficacy.
Yeah.
As long as you're not showing symptoms, you're fine. It is lethal if you start showing symptoms, which is why they need to be on top of it. But The way they treat it here, it is so much treated just like a zombie thing. I don't know how else to describe it. Just rabies must kill.
And can still like talk fully, and some of them can, some of them can't. It's very goofy and silly how it is, but this is absolutely made out of like fear and propaganda against hippies, Charles Manson, and LSD. And that when they lean into those aspects, like, well, you mix that LSD with that rabid meat, you know, anything. I lost it at that line.
So so the daughter, I guess the daughter got rabies because she decides to grab her mother's electric knife.
Well, she was like one of the characters of the cult, but she was a mute.
Yeah. But she uses it to apparently in one swipe, an electric knife cut her mother's hand like off, like right here, which makes no sense.
That wasn't her mother. That was just some lady that took them in. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm not gonna lie. There was a point where this movie went so insane, I wasn't even trying to keep track anymore.
I understand it, and I should have advised you. Hey, eat an edible for this one.
About like 45 minutes in, I did.
Okay, so by the time it was ending, you were setting off. And you were like, this is marvelous.
Fuck yeah, this is great.
yeah.
Oh god,
so, again,
terrible. Oh god, that's hilarious. Oh god.
Again, you're welcome. You're welcome. Hey, next year we'll watch the follow up. You know, I Eat Your Flesh.
Oh, is there a follow up?
It was.
I'm not against it. Honestly.
It was usually a double feature of this and I Eat Your Flesh. Yeah, there's a Trippin' Grandpa.
Yeah, so like, yeah.
Oh yeah, the guy that they decided to cut up and experiment, he was passed out on the van, and as a joke, they closed the doors and pushed him down the hills. I always think like, you know, like you always have those group of friends who always like take the joke way too far.
But that's like next level, bro. Holy shit!
Oh, it's fine. It's fine. This is how he wakes up every time. This is how he. He
always they close the doors with him in the van and just push the van over a cliff. Isn't that hilarious?
They could have just farted in the van and then closed the door and waited.
It's like, what the fuck?
No.
So, Chris, I will say, if you can handle some of the animal stuff, which the animal stuff was the thing that was turning me off the most this movie.
Yeah,
outside of the animal stuff, I was 99% having fun with this.
All right, there's the chicken scene that we talked about. There's the rat hunt scene, which is
it's mostly in the beginning too. Yeah,
we even see it in the trailer of the guy playing with the one where they claim that's a fake.
Mm-hmm.
If you're watching it on YouTube, you saw it. Surprised if we get a strike on YouTube.
I mean, one thing I will let you guys know, because I was really nervous about this watching the movie. Nothing happens to a snake. I will let you know that going in.
No, there's a snake.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's implied that it ate the owner, but and there's also one scene which looks like the group of construction men slaughtered a goat and were dragging it around. And that was one that I was kind of like, I don't think that's fake. Like, yeah. But yeah, Chris, if you want to be in the right headspace for it, this is like it's 70s grindhouse cinema, so it's gonna be like over the top, violent, and graphic,
very much.
But like, it's wacky and goofy. Yeah, the see back,
it is so
back there, back a few. Going. Yeah. Sorry. I eat your skin. I eat your skin. That's what it is. Yeah.
I'm going to assume none of the original cast come back, but maybe.
Well, maybe the kid. He's all grown up this time.
That's true. Sure.
And he just has a meat pie business, which we should just trust. Because again, this kid makes Kevin McAllister look like fucking amateur hour.
I mean, the fact that his meat pie business is called rabies-free meat pies is a little disturbing.
I really loved how he like just I'm a kid, I know everything about rabies. He went to wash his head with the giant sign about rabies. Like, thought that was beautiful foreshadowing.
But yeah, again, like I kind of enjoyed this. I was kind of down with this. do not watch this sober. Just if you ever plan on watching this, be prepared for the animal stuff, and don't be sober.
Yeah.
But yeah, I
yeah, this is yeah, one of my very best friends in the world introduced me to this movie, and it's sleazy and trashy, and I absolutely love it.
Oh, absolutely. This was the first film to be rated X by the MPAA.
Yeah.
David Durston originally entitled the film Phobia. However, the distributors felt the film needed to be a double feature. An ad executive came up with the promotion of a double feature films called I Drink Your Blood and I Eat Your Skin. This held Durston film aimed to be named I Drink Your Blood, despite the fact no one ever drinks blood in the film. I will say they kind of imply it. You do with the rabies, you have people occasionally biting other people, but yeah, it's like with the title, like I Drink Your Blood, I was semi expecting a vampire thing with this movie, and no, not at all. I will say I definitely wasn't expecting it to be about a fucking rabies outbreak. According to Durston, apart from the chicken in the opening scene, no animals were killed in the making of this movie. Okay.
Was that from PETA or?
That's according to the director himself. That's according. And I will say, like the chicken was a bit disturbing because that is something where you're watching it, and I'm like, that didn't seem like a prop. Just the way it behaved did not seem like a prop at all. But yeah, I was all right with this one.
Yeah, I enjoyed this one thoroughly.
Mm-hmm. Only recommendation to the director: no animal needs to die for your movie ever.
Yes,
don't do that. No, if you need to kill an animal, just do a fake prosthetic. I don't care how fake it looks; it's better than killing an actual animal. But yeah, anything you want to add, Bobby?
No. Okay. I am happy you enjoyed it, and I can't wait to take over the block again next year. I know I'm gonna have to add some more grindhouse sleazy horror to it then.
Yeah, go for it.
But yeah, we made our way through the Universal movies, so that's good. So now that means we could officially move on to the Hammer.
Ooh, the Hammer. Yeah, I want my check out the Hammer.
So yeah. So I think we could definitely start with Dracula. I mean, yeah.
Oh yeah, Christopher Lee. Fuck yeah.
Or maybe we should do Blackula first.
Actually, if you don't mind, I'm going to reorganize this a little bit. So,
okay.
I'm going to move. So next week we're going to go ahead and do Frankenstein, Predator, Killer of Killers, and then Predator, Badlands.
Okay.
So next week's decently new, except for Killer of Killers, which is only a few months old. But yeah, I'm pretty sure Frankenstein should be on Netflix. And then if it's not, we'll probably move something else over there. Maybe we'll start Gen B season 2. But yeah, so right now let's go ahead and do Frankenstein, Predator, Killer of Killers. So we'll do 2 Predator double feature next week, and then Frankenstein.
Okay.
Which I'm not gonna lie, I'm excited to see Frankenstein. I've heard nothing but good things about it. We'll see how it turns out. It sounds good, man.
I'm checking now.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like it says it's on November 7th.
Okay, so that's a couple of days.
Yeah.
Okay. That will work then. All right. So that'll be the plan for next week. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Is there anything else? I think so. Oh yeah, it sounds like next week will probably be on Tuesday. Don't have a specific time yet. Because we'll have to look at work schedules. But yeah, we're gonna shoot for Tuesday next week.
Yeah, and we're gonna probably be trying to shoot for Tuesday moving forward.
Yeah, try to keep it somewhat on a regular day, and the time might vary because, like I said, right now with my seniority, I'm working 2 nights a week. So, and what nights will they be? Depends what people request off. So,
are you able to put a block on your availability?
No. I can put in requests though, and my seniority would give me. I'm like the second senior most person, so
Do you have to? Well, I mean,
most senior person could block it.
It's a union, so do you have to grease a palm?
No. I mean, I could. I'm not going to though.
I'm not telling you to, because that's illegal and wrong.
Yeah. But yeah. Oh, you meant it. Okay, I thought you meant just hey.
No, I literally meant greasing the palm.
Oh shit! Yeah, no, I would not.
You laugh.
Just ethically, I would not. Just, but yes, yeah, that'll work. So yeah, next Tuesday, guys. Make sure to like and subscribe. We got Bobby Quarters over here. I guess from my perspective, I guess we're sitting back to back right now. But yeah.
Yeah, I guess we would be.
But we got Bobby Quarters. Make sure to like and subscribe. Organized Chaos Podcast, Organized Chaos, of course. If you don't get around
yes. Wow, that's right. Yes, tomorrow. Go vote.
Oh yeah, absolutely go vote. Thank
you.
That's one thing I was remembering. I was like, I need to do something tomorrow after work. I need to go vote. That's it.
Never mind. You don't live in Franklin County. Never mind.
Yeah. But I'm trying to think, is there anything else? I think tomorrow night we'll be doing the shellcast. And then I will probably try to get a solo stream in on Wednesday. And then podcast next Tuesday. I think that's the plan. So like and subscribe to all the channels. Oh, and if you're ever like bored at work and you're listening to stuff, this channel is literally a podcast. You can go to most major podcast networks and listen to it on there. It's just the audio version, but it's right there and you can check it out. So if you're bored, give it some love.
You don't have to look at our mugs. You could hear our voices.
Yeah, you can hear our beautiful velvety voices.
Yes, like cream cheese. We could even start doing it like we can even start doing it like AMSR.
Yeah.
Just be very quiet talking.
How are we doing?
How we doing today?
We're doing great. It's amazing. Best podcast ever. So good.
Yes. We'll do the fucking thing live. Yes.
Thank you, Bill.
Thank you, Bill.
But yes, guys, thank you for joining us. Party on and be excellent to each other.
Take care.